Two men on the same street, Ray and Dale. They retired the same year, with almost the same amount saved, same kind of house, same long careers. Both careful men.
The day they stopped working, you could not have told them apart. Now, walk down that street 10 years later. Walk down that street 10 years later. Dale still has plenty. Travels, he helps a grandkid with college, he sleeps fine. Ray counts every dollar and quietly worries. Same start, very different finish. And here's the part that matters. It was not the market. They rode the same market. It was a handful of ordinary, unglamorous moves that Dale made in his 60s and Ray let slide.
Because your 60s are the control room. When you save at the end, when you claim Social Security, when you sign up for Medicare, how much tax you owe for life, all of it is still in your hands. After the deadlines pass, it isn't. So today, let's walk the control room together, in plain English, using the 2026 rules. 7 moves retirees almost never regret, counting down to the one that quietly does the most. Number 1, almost nobody makes on purpose. Let's start. Move number 7, build a cash buffer before you need it. Here's the thing nobody explains until it's too late. In retirement, it is not your average return that gets you. It's the order of the returns. Picture 2 people with the exact same average over 20 years. The one who hits a bad market early while pulling money out to live can run out. The other, who got the same bad years later, is fine. Same average, different order. That's the whole risk. Because when you sell shares in a down market to pay the bills, those shares are gone, and the damage locks in.
So the move is simple. Keep 1 to 3 years of spending in plain cash and short-term bonds. When the market drops, you spend the buffer and leave the stocks alone to heal. When it's good, you refill.
Dale had that cushion, so the rough stretch cost him nothing. Ray sold at the bottom. Same market, different outcome. Move number 6. Fix your beneficiary forms and do it now. This one takes an afternoon, and it is almost never done. Here's what most people don't know. The beneficiary form on your IRA, your 401k, your life insurance, that little form controls the money, not your will. The form overrides the will. So if that form names an ex-spouse or someone who has passed or no one at all, that is where the money goes, no matter what your will so carefully says. People spend thousands on an estate plan and never check the one page that actually decides. And while you're in there, have the conversation you've been avoiding. You might remember from our last map that when your kids inherit a traditional IRA, most now have to empty it within 10 years, and the tax lands on their highest earning years. A quiet talk in your 60s about spreading it out, about Roth, saves your family a bill nobody needed to pay. Dale made the calls and signed the forms. It was just done. Move number 5. Put Medicare on the calendar and hit the window. This one has a hard edge, so listen close. When you turn 65, you get a 7-month window to sign up. The 3 months before your birthday month, that month, and the 3 after. Miss it without other qualifying coverage, and Medicare adds 10% to your Part B premium for every full year you could have signed up and didn't. And here is the part that stings. That penalty is not a one-time fee. You pay it every single month for as long as you have Medicare, which for most people means the rest of your life. In 2026, the standard Part B premium is about $203 a month. Wait 2 years, and the surcharge adds roughly $40 a month, forever.
It is one of the few money mistakes with truly no undo button.
The move costs nothing. Mark the window. Sign up on time. Dale set a reminder the day he turned 64. That was the whole trick. Move number 4. If you have a health savings account, load it up while you still can, because a door is closing. The HSA is the only account with a triple tax break. The money goes in before tax, it grows tax-free, and spent on medical care, it comes out tax-free too. Nothing else does all three. In 2026, you can put in $4,400 on your own, or $8,750 for a family, and if you're 55 or older, $1,000 more on top. But here's the trap, a quiet one. The day you enroll in Medicare, your HSA contributions have to stop. Your limit becomes 0. And because Medicare can backdate your coverage up to 6 months, you actually have to stop contributing 6 months before you file. Put money in after that, and the government treats it as a mistake, with a penalty. So, in your early 60s, while the door is still open, fill the account, invest it, let it grow, then stop cleanly 6 months before you sign up. Dale used his HSA to pay for exactly the thing it's built for, tax-free. Move number 3. Treat your Social Security date as a decision, not a default. We mapped this whole one already, so here's the short version. Your full retirement age is 67. Every month you wait past that, up to age 70, the government adds delayed credits, worth about 8% more a year, permanently. Look at the spread in 2026. Claim at 62, the top benefit is around $2,900 a month. Full retirement age, about $4,150. Wait to 70, about $5,180. Same person, same work record, thousands of dollars a year apart, for life. And every check rises with inflation. This year's raise was 2.8%. Claiming early is right for some people. Health or needing the income are real reasons. The mistake is claiming early by accident, just because 62 is when the letter comes. Dale looked at the math on purpose. Delay was the closest thing to a guaranteed 8% raise he was ever offered. Move number 2. In your 60s, supersize the savings, because this window never comes again. Most people are earning their most and owing their least right around now. The kids are launched, the mortgage is shrinking, the peak earning years are here. The peak earning years are here. And the tax code hands you a bigger shovel exactly when you can use it. In 2026, you can put $24,500 into a 401k. At 50 and over, add an $8,000 catch-up on top. But here's the piece almost nobody knows. In the 4 years you're 60, 61, 62, and 63, that catch-up jumps to $11,250. Which means, in those 4 specific years, you can shelter over $35,000 a year in one account. On top of that, an IRA takes $7,500 more, plus $1,100 at your age. It is a 4-year door, and when you turn 64, it quietly closes back to normal. Dale walked through it. Those 4 years did a lot of heavy lifting. And move number 1, the one almost nobody makes on purpose. Work the quiet decade. When your paycheck stops, but before Social Security and required withdrawals kick in,
usually somewhere in your 60s, you land in a strange, wonderful valley.
Your taxable income can be the lowest it will ever be for the rest of your life. Most people just coast through it. Dale used it.
Because those low tax years are the one window where you control the tax bill instead of the government. You move money out of your traditional IRA and into a Roth on purpose and pay the tax now while your rate is low. Why does that matter so much? Because at 73, the government forces money out of a traditional IRA, whether you want it or not, and taxes it. But a Roth has no forced withdrawals in your lifetime, ever. So every dollar you convert in the quiet valley is a dollar the IRS can never drag out at 73, and a dollar your kids inherit without the income tax. There's even a bonus. Through 2028, folks 65 and up get an extra $6,000 deduction each, $12,000 for a couple, though it fades at higher incomes. The whole move is one line. In the quiet decade, you hold the tap. After 73, the government does. Fill the valley on purpose. So let's roll the map back up. Every one of the 7 is a lever you can only pull in time. The cash buffer before the storm. The forms before they're inherited. Medicare inside the window. The HSA before the door shuts. Social Security before you claim. The savings in the 4-year window. The conversions in the quiet valley. Not one is about being richer than your neighbor or smarter than the market. They're about pulling the levers while they're still in your hands. That's the whole difference between Ray and Dale. Same street, same savings, same market. Dale just worked the control room while the doors were open. And if you're in your 50s, your 60s, or standing at one of these deadlines right now, the good news is that most of these doors are still open for you today. That closes the loop we started 3 stops back. We mapped the Social Security mistakes, the Medicare mistakes, and the RMD mistakes. The 3 big decisions the government hands every retiree. This was the map turned right side up. The same rules, pulled in your favor, on time. If it helped, subscribe and stay on the map. And tell me down in the comments which lever you're reaching for first. This has been the Retirement Map. Remember, this is education, not advice. The rules and the numbers change, and these are the 2026 figures. For your own situation, sit down with a licensed professional. Take care of yourself, and take care of the people counting on you. I'll see you down the road.